Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time, welcome. When I started out my journey, I really didn't suspect it to lead me to this point. I've been on this journey for almost 6 years now. It'll be 6 years in April. And before, it's like this path found me. I did not even consider this path. I did not even know this path existed. And it just kind of appeared as I kept walking. And that's what happens. The path appears as you keep walking. Sometimes. It depends what route you're following. Falling into. But it depends on your route, right? Everybody's journey is unique. But you just kind of fall into it if it's meant for you. And that's how you'll know it's meant for you. Because you just kind of fall into it. And I keep wanting to say follow. And it's funny because you kind of do follow, but then you just kind of fall. It's like falling in love with a path, while at the same time you're following the path, while at the same time you're creating the path. That's what I feel like it's felt like for me. In 2020, I had no idea my life was gonna lead me to this much growth within myself, within my life, but it has. And none of it would have happened if I didn't at least at some level take myself seriously. And I feel it important to express the necessity of taking yourself seriously. No matter what it is you're doing, taking yourself seriously. And not taking yourself seriously in the sense of I'm always serious, I'm always deep, I'm always, stoic. But in the sense of, this is something that I actually care about. So I'm going to follow this. I'm going to let this lead me. I'm going to lead this. This is something that matters to me. So I'm going to show up for it. And when I show up for it, I'm going to continue building upon it. And I believe in it so much that I'm going to be patient with the building process. I believe in it so much that I'm going to allow myself to build. Take yourself seriously. Show up. And don't just show up, but allow yourself to truly create the space. If you want to do something, whether it's speak, share, shout, express, draw, bake, serve, surf, swim, join the Olympics, whatever it is for you, let yourself go after it and take yourself seriously. And I feel like there are levels to taking yourself seriously, right? Because you may think, I am taking this seriously, but sometimes, and even in my case, it's taken time for me to learn to embody this role, right? Learn to embody what it means to be a healer, what it means to express myself publicly, what it means to express myself creatively. It takes time to step into position, step into a role, right? Just because you've surfed, you may not necessarily feel like you're a surfer, even though you might be. Just because you're a teacher, you may not necessarily feel like a teacher, even though you might be. Just because you are a baker doesn't mean, just because you bake, it doesn't mean that you're going to feel like you're a baker. But the more you bake, the more you surf, the more you teach, the more you begin to embody this energy naturally. And you begin to embody what it means to be in that role or be in that position for you. And that's where I feel like it's important to just take yourself seriously. Keep taking yourself seriously. And keep allowing yourself to evolve and grow and show yourself through it all. Because we can get comfortable. I can get comfortable where it's oh, okay, This is where I'm at. And we just kind of get in this routine. But it's important for us to take ourselves so seriously that we continue to let ourselves evolve in commitment to whatever it is. That we continue to let ourselves see, no, this is actually who I am. This is part of who I am. This is something that I do. This is something that I care about. This is something that is me. And it matters. The way I do it matters. How I feel when I do it matters. The route I want to take matters. The direction I want to go matters. The way I feel when I am doing it matters. Like all those things I just said. I feel like I just kind of said the same thing, but expressed it more detailed, I guess you could say. But it's like that. Like, because I realize, like, I have been taking myself seriously, right? I've been doing the things, and, you know, like I said, we get into this routine where it's like, oh, okay, like, this is just something I do. Like, I just kind of get into routine. We kind of get in this loop, right? Like, if you create videos online. But then it's like, are you grounded in what you're doing? How do you feel when you're doing it? If somebody approached you and said, hey, what is this that you do? Or how can I get your services? Would you be able to express to them, oh, I do this and you can get it here. Oh, I have this menu. Or, oh, you can find me this time at the beach. Or, oh, like, do we have this sort of structure that says, I take myself seriously and this means something to me? Or is it something where we're, no pun intended, just kind of riding the wave? And I feel like it's cool to ride the wave, right? It's cool to be in flow because all parts of the process are necessary. But there comes a time in the process where it's like, it's time to level up. You know, it's time to upgrade. It's time to take yourself more seriously. It's time to go deeper into what it means to be in that position or that role or do that thing or express that way or create in whatever it is. It's time to embody the energy. Not just think about it, not just do it, but really honor. This is who I am. This is part of who I am. This is my life's work. This is my purpose. Even if it's not your purpose, it's something that matters to you and is meaningful to you. And that means that it's worth taking seriously. And I've realized this today, but I've also been having this realization throughout the weeks where it's just like, I've got to take myself more seriously. I've got to see myself more clearly. You've got to see yourself more clearly. Because there comes a time on the journey where you're not just kind of flailing, you know, you are, right? Because you never know, the unknown is so unknown. So you kind of are flailing, but at the same time, you're also being positioned, right? And so it's like, you aren't shaming the process up until now, right? Where you have just been kind of floating or thinking or maybe even feeling lost in it. Like, that's part of the process. But there comes a time where it's like, okay, I need to ground into this. I need to commit to this. I need to get intimate with this, more intimate. I need to commit more to this, and maybe not even more, but what is your relationship? What is your commitment in relationship to this thing? What is your level of intimacy in relationship to this thing? Are you as intimate as you can be? Are you as committed as you can go? And if you're not, it's time to take yourself more seriously. And I, like I said, had that realization today where I was just like, I feel like because I've experienced being undermined and infantilized and dismissed and ignored so much in my life, especially in my past, right? As I step into my North Node, which is like my life's work, purpose, what matters to you, meaningful, purposeful work, from as I step into this North Node energy from my South Node, which is Pisces, which is where I'm coming from. Pisces is more like dreamy and like not grounded, more airy, more fluid, right? It's a water sign. As I step into Virgo energy, which is my North Node, which is like destiny energy, fate energy, as I step into this destiny, as a Virgo North Node, it's asking me to ground, to root, to analyze, to create systems, new systems, to organize, to really take myself seriously and not just be in the clouds about it or, float around with it, but to really commit to the bit. And you're going to know when it's time, if it's your time, which congratulations, to commit to the bit, to root, to take yourself seriously. And that's scary, when you come from a space of always being undermined and dismissed and ignored. I feel like it's like you're believing in yourself. I'm taking a leap with myself. I'm believing in myself. I'm doing the thing that a lot of people have made me feel like I can't do, or that is not possible, or is not real, or is not true. When so many people make me feel and have made me feel and can make you feel, have made you feel like what you desire is, or even parts of who you are, the work you do isn't valid or real or valuable or true or authentic, I want to say, it can make you feel like, oh, they're right, like, nobody takes me seriously, so why do I even take myself seriously? They're right, this can't actually happen for me. They're right, what am I even doing? They're right, I can't actually do this. They're right. Like, it puts that self-doubt on you, and it makes you feel like you can't take yourself seriously, like you shouldn't take yourself seriously, like it's a problem, like it's wrong. It brings up that shame in taking yourself seriously and claiming your spot. But it's your spot. That's the key thing, right? It's my spot. It's your spot. So it really doesn't matter what has happened that got you to this point that made you feel less than, because that's part of the process. That's part of the growth. That's part of the realization of, oh, they didn't take me seriously, so low key, I haven't been taking me seriously. Not in complete totality, but I have been doubting. I have been kind of, second guessing a lot. I have been kind of rethinking this. I have been kind of letting them get in my ear. I have been kind of slacking. I have been kind of letting myself float more than ground. And sometimes it's not always about, what other people have done, but also what those feelings have made you internalize, and then your own feelings on top of that. So there's just a lot of feeling around and needing to be explored around commitment and intimacy and taking yourself seriously. A lot of people don't take themselves seriously because of external judgment, right? External things that people say, external things that people make them feel, how people respond or don't respond to what they're doing, what they're putting out. And that's normal. But on the process, you get to a point where it's like, wait a minute. Enough is enough. Pew. I'm doing this. And I'm going to take myself seriously. I'm going to take that leap. I'm going to do it. And I don't care who tells me I can't do it. I don't care who says this or that, because I'm going to do it, because I can do it. I know I can. If it's meant for me, it's happening. And it's happening, so it must be meant for me. Type shit. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of us have been taught, confidence is arrogance. And if you believe in something, it's just going to fail. You'll just be disappointed. Or, if you take your spot, then you're just being snobby. And it's like, even if you didn't take your spot, right? Let's say you didn't take yourself seriously. Let's say I didn't take myself seriously after having these realizations and recognitions more seriously. But seriously, I can't outrun destiny. I can't outrun what's meant for me. You can't outrun what's meant for you. You can't outrun destiny. And you can try to change it and warp it and maybe get out of it for a minute or two or three or four. But if it's meant for you, like, it's gonna keep pulling you, even when you ignore it. Even if you went to go live a mundane lifestyle and didn't do what you really wanted to do and chose not to take yourself seriously, you're still gonna be like, oh my God, this thing is like in the back of my mind and won't let me go. Oh my, yeah, that's because you're meant to take yourself seriously. So as I continue to grow and evolve, I am wanting to share that, and I want you to also continue to allow yourself to grow and evolve and take yourself seriously, even if you're at the beginning of the process, of the journey, of whatever it is for you. And you're like, okay, I want to do this thing. No, I shouldn't do this thing. No, nobody's going to watch that. Nobody's going to listen to me. Nobody's going to pay attention. Nobody's going to buy that. Take yourself seriously and question, wait, why am I thinking that? Why am I projecting that? Where is that coming from? Because oftentimes it comes from the projections of others, or maybe what you've seen, or both. And that's okay. And sometimes you're already on the journey and then you realize, I'm not my most potent I can be. I can be more potent. I can take myself more seriously. And then you edit, you evolve, you refine. And that's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. So don't shame yourself. Don't make yourself feel bad. Don't make yourself feel like you've wasted all this time, or that you've just kind of been floating the whole time, or don't be that. But just think, if you were taking yourself seriously and you looked at your life and you said, if I truly respected my role and took myself seriously, do my actions, words, behaviors, thoughts, beliefs align with that? Or could I root down more here? Could I align this more? Could I organize that over there? Could I say this over here? Could I create space for that? Could I get more structured with this? Can I, allow yourself to grow and evolve? And we're evolving together. We're growing together. And that's exciting, no matter where you are in your journey. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to the channel if this resonates with you. I would love for you to be part of what I'm creating here. I don't necessarily have, defined things and all these things that I feel like some people feel like you should have for this channel or for what I'm creating, but I'm creating something, and I want you to be part of that if this resonates with you. I'll see you next time, and thank you so much for joining. Bye.